Beneath the glint of polished chrome and the hum of revving engines, Harrison Walker, an unassuming elder whose gentle eyes belied decades of savvy fortune, stepped into a glittering showroom. Clad in a threadbare jacket and worn shoes, he was an unexpected figure among the gleaming luxury cars, a quiet storm concealed behind modest attire. Unbeknownst to the bustling staff, who reveled in youthful flair and glossy exteriors, this day would mark the beginning of a remarkable reversal. Wandering amid sleek machines that shimmered like liquid silver under harsh lights, Harrison's fingertips caressed cool metal and smooth curves, silently admiring the craftsmanship before him. Yet every step he took was met by dismissive glances and whispered judgments, snatches of laughter and fleeting sneers that stung like icy raindrops. A young, impeccably groomed salesman briefly acknowledged his presence only to abandon him in favor of a more promising couple, leaving the elder stranded in a sea of indifference. Time seemed to stretch as Harrison lingered near a sumptuous sedan, his hand gently tracing its flawless line, silently pleading for acknowledgement. At last, with a quiet dignity, he approached a cluttered desk where 3 sales associates bantered casually. In a soft yet resolute tone, he inquired about purchasing a vehicle, a request met with a curt, dismissive shrug and an offhand remark to come back later. That moment, heavy with humiliation and bitter irony, ignited a quiet fury deep within him, a vow that this slight would not fade into oblivion. As dusk surrendered to the chill of night, Harrison's contemplative gaze turned steely with resolve. In hushed, determined phone calls to influential figures of the business world, he set plans in motion that would alter the very fabric of this establishment. By the time the first light of dawn touched the horizon, the familiar facade of the dealership stood unchanged, yet everything within it was about to be transformed. The following morning, as an aging car sputtered to a halt outside the showroom, Harrison reappeared not as a hopeful buyer but as a figure of newfound power. Stepping onto the glossy floor, the once confident staff now exchanged uneasy looks. The aura of superiority that had cloaked them was replaced by a palpable tension. A middle-aged manager named Tom, his practiced smile now faltering, approached with a tentative greeting, unaware that fate had rewritten his script. In measured tones that resonated with authority, Harrison presented a neatly arranged stack of documents. "I am not here to purchase a car," he declared, his voice a calm but unyielding command. "I am here as the new proprietor." The words fell like a thunderclap, leaving Tom's hand trembling as he absorbed the reality. The very institution that had scorned him was now under the control of the man they had once belittled. A hushed silence swept through the showroom as Harrison's quiet authority began to reshape the room's dynamics. Addressing the stunned team, he recounted the indignity he'd suffered, a day spent ignored, dismissed, and reduced to a stereotype by those blinded by superficial charm. "I came here seeking a car," he intoned, but instead found a lack of respect. "Today, I reclaim this space, and with it, the right to enforce dignity for every soul who walks through that door." One by one, the names of those who had contributed to the toxic air of arrogance were uttered with a measured finality. With swift decisions that rippled through the ranks, those whose actions had stung with unmerited contempt were relieved of their duties, while those who had shown genuine kindness were offered positions that would help rebuild a culture of true respect. The once smug laughter and casual mockery gave way to a stunned silence, punctuated only by the soft shuffle of departing footsteps and the dawning realization of change. By the close of that transformative day, nearly half the staff had vanished, replaced by fresh faces whose values resonated with a renewed commitment to courtesy and integrity. The dealership, once a temple of ostentatious vanity, now pulsed with a quiet promise: every visitor, regardless of appearance, would be met with warmth and respect. As Harrison exited the premises, his gaze lingering on the revitalized showroom, a profound sense of justice settled over him. No grand gestures of wealth had been flaunted, no demands for adulation made, only a silent triumph that redefined worth beyond mere appearances. In this unexpected saga of quiet retribution and steadfast resolve, the unassuming elder had upended a world built on shallow assumptions. His journey from overlooked patron to commanding owner served as a stirring reminder: beneath the surface of every unremarkable guise may lie the strength to reshape destinies. And in that moment, the once disdained figure had rewritten the rules, proving that respect and decency are treasures far more enduring than polished exteriors.